What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So some things have changed. I am now a swing trader rather than a day trader. I accepted a full-time job and I won't be able to day trade anymore, unfortunately, so I'm going to swing trading. And I think it suits my personality a little bit better. It forces me to grow, It's not as much instant gratification, it's more delayed over the long haul. And with day trading, I would just gamble too easily, even though I did truthfully get what I would consider it a profitable system. I mean, how would you consider it a profitable system, Peter? It is or it isn't. So it was profitable. I back tested it, but me, I would make it not profitable. So I probably should look into algorithmic trading, and just like having this be coded and just executing it over code. But the big reason I wouldn't make it, the reason I made it not profitable was because too much gambling. I would want to size up 3 or 4x, and it just wouldn't work out. So I explained this in my last video, and I'm not going to touch on it anymore. In this video, I'm going to move on to talking about swing trading now. So my swing trading philosophy is I trade the market, like primarily QQQ, because my scanner just scans for tech stocks because that's the hot sector that people care about. I look at the daily chart to enter, but I also watch the weekly chart. I do Gann bar counting on both the weekly chart, but I also have the monthly and yearly chart up just to get more of the picture, greater picture. And I'm trying to pick stocks that, like, I can trade the market. I trade the market through a proxy or like another stock that I think will outperform the market. And the thing with the market is, my friend told me, he's been swing trading for a couple of years. He follows I think it's Christian Qualamagi, probably butchering that name, but he's a swing trader that made over $100 million. And I guess he says that only about 30% of the time is the market trending that you want to really enter. And then the rest of the time it's just waiting, sitting on your hands, that type of thing. So obviously, the market has just absolutely ripped since basically the start of April. It's just been in a straight line up. Any pullbacks or flags just get bought up. So my suspicion is I don't really think this will last too much longer, but I think that it is going to continue to last for a little bit longer. This month just started, so month of June. So I think, this is a time where I'm still going to be looking for longs. Down here would be the best time. But pretty soon I'm probably going to transition to be primarily cash, and I'll just chill out for a couple months and I won't really trade. I'll still look for opportunities, but this channel now is going to be me just documenting my progress, explaining where I'm at with my positions, what's going on with me. So I do have a couple positions currently active. Let me open up my Webull on my phone because that's where I'm executing now, and I'll just tell you guys what those positions are. So, well, first off, I'll show you how I get my positions. I have this little fun scanner here, and even make it 7.9. We'll do that. So I have this scanner here. This is what I look for. This is how I find my stocks. I got a few built in with Thinkorswim futures, and I also have my own custom code that it looks for stocks near the prior month high or above, and it also looks for inside months, or the prior inside month bar was a compression, or where it was an up bar, where it made a higher high and a higher low. And that's what I look for, really. It's really simple as that. That's really high level. There's, but that's like a really basic explanation. So I look for my stocks. I look to enter. I look through all of them and I take notes on all of them. If you see this little icon, it's really small, so it might be hard to see. But on all of these, there's a little icon that I use to enter, or I use to take notes. Oh wow, Arrow. My friend used to work at this company. Let's look at their stock. So yeah, Arrow is crushing it lately. They're up and they're breaking through prior month high, prior week high. So, I would say I missed this move, but you could say this back here, like, oh, like I missed this move. Like looking at this bar, you'd say, oh, it's breaking out of the prior month high. But look at it. I could have got in at 120. I missed the move. But look what happens, It just goes up. Now it's at 200, and it just continues to go up. And this start to move up, break above the prior week high, prior month high, ground. So if a stock is, staying relatively flat also while the market is going down, once the market turns around, the stocks that stayed flat, that's how you pick a stock that may outperform the market, because this thing's now at almost 230 and we could have gotten in at 157. So that's a pretty sizable percentage increase in just 2 months. And it's a lot more hands-off than day trading, which is why I'm switching to this. Okay, but my 2 stocks, Roadzen, I like this stock because we set, you can see the month. This month is in an upswing. Lots of bullish momentum in here. It's kind of come back and consolidating, but it's kind of like on the right side of the V, starting to trend up. Let's go down to the weekly chart, doing some Gantt bar counting, higher high, higher low. Now it's making higher highs and higher lows. So I'm hoping that just will continue to go up. Very small stock, so it's a gamble more so, but it's really not. I don't know. I don't think the size of the stock doesn't matter too much to me for my strategy. Quick is a pretty small stock, and I did this trade on Quick, kind of over here, on 4.9, got it around 10, and wrote it up to about 20. So, and that's like in a month and a half. But granted, this only works for me. I got kind of lucky. I didn't really know what I was doing. This was just my Roth, and my dad has just been following Quick for a very long time. So I said, all right, I'll just get some Quick too. And also through this time, I had just received a job offer, and I was kind of freaking out. Like, I can't day trade anymore. I can't follow it. I mean, I kind of do want to get into algorithmic trading. I just have no idea where to start, but I'll figure that out. I can figure that out. It's not a priority for me right now, though. My main priority is just doing my job well and focusing on my job that actually pays my bills, or that will pay my bills. I haven't started it yet, but I'm going to start that soon. And it's weird, man. I moved from Michigan, my home state, out to Colorado for 3 years, back to Michigan for under a year, just under a year, like 11 months and 3 weeks, and 11 months and 2 weeks maybe. And now I'm in Florida, and it's wild. I never ever imagined I'd be in Florida, but I really like it, actually. I think there's a lot of, I'm just lucky that I like my neighborhood a lot. I lucked out, and I like my apartment, so I'm pretty happy with everything. Anyway, this isn't stock related though. So let's take a look at the other. And then the other one is RZLV, and this stock, I feeling less confident about this one. I feel like I might get stopped out, but I don't want to let my trade biases affect the position. So I entered this one last month, right here on 529, when we were each month bar was an up bar. The weekly chart was looking really good. Here, let's zoom in quite a bit. I'm thinking, pushed up really good last September, came down. Now it could run again potentially. Then this day, inside day, not the best day. This was yesterday, and it was a new month. And on that new month, I see that, now this month was a down bar. Okay, last month was a down bar. So I don't love that. I don't love that. And today it's not doing so hot. So this is the current day bar as of me recording this. My stop loss. I originally entered this because we're breaking out of the prior week high. It felt like kind of like a right side of the V trade. And granted, it is holding above this level up here, but I don't know. I got kind of antsy and I slid my stop loss up to down here. So I'm only 12 cents. The market's only 12 cents above my stop loss, or 11 cents. And my average position size is more like around 298. So would really love it if this stock could, pop and hold above this prior month level. But we're going to see what happens, guys. Other thing is risk management. I'm only risking about 1.5% of my account on each trade. So I enter with like probably 10 to 20% of my account, but I only put the stop loss at about 1.5%. So it does create the possibility that the market could gap down and really take me out, but hopefully that won't happen, and it's more unlikely that it is probable, and it's also quite likely that it could gap up. But yeah, I really am enjoying the swing trading journey. Just wanted to make an update about where I am at my trading journey, and let me know in the comments if you guys are swing traders, what stocks you guys are holding. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Love you.